What is up, you awesome people? We've got a special video for you guys today with the release of the newest comic, Age of Republic Obi-Wan. First off, there's a lot to unpack from this one. Through the dialogue in these pages, we get to learn so much more about Obi-Wan, Anakin, and even Yoda. So what I'm about to tell you happens only a few years after Qui-Gon's death. In fact, I would say that this comic goes in deep on how Qui-Gon's death affected everyone around him, both Obi-Wan and Anakin's relationship, and even Yoda's caution of Anakin from afar. So I guess the question is, what should Yoda do to chillax a bit? We've got him covered, guys. Meet Death Stick Yoda. Our second release of the 2019 collection. Now all of Yoda's stress and hardships can melt with all the death sticks floating around him. Thanks Man Design on Instagram did this. If you want to check out the shop, go ahead and do so. Buy a Death Stick Yoda shirt. Support this channel. A lot more new designs to come soon, guys, so stay tuned. Listen, it is no secret that Obi-Wan, at the time when he was given Anakin as an apprentice, he totally wasn't ready to become a master. Add to that, Anakin was too old to begin training. All these things equated to a master that wasn't too sure of himself, living under the shadow of Qui-Gon, and a Padawan that had no patience because he thought he was already better than anyone else. During that time, a Jedi Master enters Obi-Wan's quarters to inform him of a new mission. This would send him to the planet Del, where it was believed that archaeologists had uncovered an ancient Jedi holocron. As Obi-Wan was getting debriefed, Anakin asked if he was leaving again on another mission. Obi-Wan assured him he wouldn't be gone too long and that he could continue his training with Yoda instead. But that wasn't the problem. The problem for Obi-Wan was the fear of ultimately being a disappointing master, which Obi-Wan thought about a lot in his head. Was he doing the right thing here with Anakin? Slowly, Kenobi ventured to the temple's library, and there was Yoda. There was always something more to learn. Obi-Wan greeted Yoda and told him about his mission on Dalanor and how there are no records of any Jedi traveling to that planet. This was odd, since they found a Jedi holocron there without any records of a Jedi being there, so while Yoda suspected something too, he was anxious to learn more names and gain knowledge of past Jedi if in fact the holocron was real. Then he went on to ask Obi-Wan if he will take young Skywalker with him on this mission. Not at all. Obi-Wan didn't think Anakin was still ready to go on a mission with him, but Yoda knew. Obi-Wan was unsure of himself as a master. Because of that, Anakin remains behind the other Padawans, but still, Obi-Wan noted that Anakin knows he came in late, and that he has still much to learn in order to become a full-fledged Jedi. But Obi-Wan is forgetting that Anakin still needs to have his master's support, said Yoda, for Obi-Wan to actually believe in him. However, Obi-Wan was baffled a bit here because Yoda's support for Anakin was quite surprising considering the fact that he was a staunch opposer, same as Windu, to not accept Anakin as an apprentice in the Jedi Order. Well, now it didn't really matter. Anakin was accepted in the Jedi Academy, and now came this precaution, this fear. You know what Yoda feared the most? What he and the others considered to be a very, very dangerous Jedi? A poorly trained Jedi, which in his mind, Anakin was on his way to become that if Obi-Wan didn't step in quickly and take charge. Yoda wanted for Obi-Wan to believe in himself as a master. If not, Anakin, the poorly trained Jedi, could become very dangerous for both the other Jedi and himself as well. Since Obi-Wan took the responsibility, then he must train Anakin well. You see, this precaution, this fear that Yoda and the Jedi Council had was completely justified, of course. We know this to be true. It's interesting to see Yoda, though, talk about it years before. In The Phantom Menace, he said that Anakin's future was clouded. Years later in this comic, he is still concerned about Anakin, but more so about Obi-Wan's training. This short story tells us the combination of things that went wrong for Anakin during his life and how how him falling to the dark side was not this simple switch that he flipped. Listen, I would love for you guys to tell me, what do you think about this? Talk to me down in the comments, and if you enjoyed, guys, leave a thumbs up as well. Subscribe and hit that bell to get notified the moment a new video is up. Have an awesome day, my Star Wars friends, and may the Force be with you always.